All right, there is a big breaking news coming in. Satyendra Jain's Enforcement Directorate, he was under the Enforcement Directorate net, and from what we are picking up, there has been some recovery that has taken place as well. We'll bring you that breaking news and the exact recovery that has taken place by the Enforcement Directorate, because remember, the background of the story is that the Enforcement Directorate had raided Delhi Minister Satyendra Jain's residence and he was accused of money laundering. There was a money laundering charge against him. Now, okay, the flash on your screen, cash and jewellery recovered from Jain's Aide. That's the breaking news that is coming in at this point of time. The background of which is that on Monday, Ed conducted raids at Delhi Health Minister Satyendra Jain's house as a larger part of the money laundering investigation being conducted against him. And now what we're picking up, the latest news coming in, is that cash and jewellery has been recovered. How much cash and how much jewellery? Let's bring our reporters to get you more on that. The exact amount of cash and jewellery that has been recovered, and whether that is in excess, which would perhaps be trouble for the Health Minister of Delhi or not. Munish Pandey breaking the story is now joining us. Munish, Satyendra Jain has been in the Enforcement Directorate net on the money laundering charge. Now the raid has been conducted, cash and jewellery has been recovered. The question is to the tune of how much?
Yeah, well, Chaiti, yesterday at least 7 locations were raided by the Enforcement Directorate, and according to the officials, these premises were linked to the aides of Satyendra Jain. After getting some information, some fresh evidence, they started searches yesterday morning, and what ED has confirmed to India today that more than 2 crore rupees in cash and 133 gold coins have been recovered after these searches. Now, as far as the people involved in this search are concerned, or on people who were raided by the Enforcement Directorate, ED is saying that these are the people who were closely working with Satyendra Jain. They are also involved, and they are suspected to be involved in the money laundering case which is being probed by the Enforcement Directorate. And remember, Satyendra Jain is in ED custody till June 9, that is day after tomorrow. So ED claiming that at this point of time they have got fresh evidence against Satyendra Jain, and after getting the fresh evidence they started searches yesterday, and after that 2.82 crore rupees in cash and 133 gold coins have been recorded by them.
Munish, can you continue to be with us? I believe Alka Lamba is joining us on the phone line. Alka Lamba, appreciate you taking the time out. Your first up reaction on the cash and the jewellery recovered from Delhi Health Minister Satyendra Jain's residence. And Munish said about approximately 113 gold coins and 2 crores in cash from him and his aides. Your first up reaction.
अरविंद केजरीवाल जी पूरी आम आदमी पार्टी ईडी की इस सत्येंद्र जैन जी की गिरफ्तारी पर जो है सवाल उठा रही थी, पर अब ये पूछना चाहते हैं, ये जो मिला है उनके घर से जो बताया जा रहा है गोल्ड और कैश मिला है, अब उस पर पूछना चाहेंगे अभी भी पद्मश्री सत्येंद्र जैन जी की ये मांगेंगे या अब कार्रवाई मांगेंगे, अब उन्हें पार्टी से और मंत्री पद से हटाएंगे? अब ये सवाल अरविंद केजरीवाल जी पर बनता है। मुझे याद आ रहा है पंजाब का चुनाव जब ईडी की रेड में तब के मुख्यमंत्री चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी जी के भतीजे के घर रेड हुई थी, मुख्यमंत्री की रेड नहीं हुई थी, ना उनके पास कुछ मिला था। अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने ट्वीट किया था चरणजीत चन्नी बेईमान आदमी। अब अरविंद केजरीवाल जी से उम्मीद करते हैं अब भी आप सत्येंद्र जैन जी को मंत्री पद से हटाएंगे या नहीं, पार्टी से निकालेंगे या नहीं, या अब उन्हें लिखेंगे ये नहीं सत्येंद्र जैन बेईमान आदमी, आज भी पद्मश्री मांगेंगे? बेनकाब हो रही है ये पार्टी, पूरी तरीके से जो ईमानदारी का मुखौटा था वो अब उतर रहा है। भ्रष्टाचार पे आए थे, पहले एक मंत्री दिल्ली का गया, फिर दूसरा मंत्री पंजाब का गया, अब ये तीसरा मंत्री इनका जो है ईडी ने बाकायदा कैश। अब आप देखिए इतने दिन हो गए वो कस्टडी में है, उसके बावजूद भी कितना निकाल चुके होंगे ये पैसा या गोल्ड, उसके बाद भी बचा रह गया है ना इनके घर में। चाहते तो अभी वो भी निकल जाता, लेकिन जवाब अब देना होगा। एक आम आदमी जो कहकर पिछली सरकार में मंत्री, अभी मंत्री, केजरीवाल जी के राजदार है, वो पूरा जो फंड फॉरेन से या कहीं से भी आया उसकी सारी जानकारी इन्हीं के पास है, इसलिए मजबूरी है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी इन्हें बचा रहे हैं।
क्या कहना है अलका लांबा, इनको ये जब जो खुलासा हुआ है और जो ईडी ने जो कैश रिकवर किया या ज्वेलरी रिकवर किया है, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस शुड ही बी सस्पेंडेड, सैक्ड, आपका क्या मानना है?
नहीं, बिल्कुल, देखिए ईडी ने जब इन पे शिकंजा कसा था तब इन्होंने कहा कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला है, लेकिन अब मिल गया है। अब अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को बताना है कि ये किसका है। ये केजरीवाल जी बताएंगे या सत्येंद्र जैन बताएंगे या आम आदमी पार्टी तय कर ले। लेकिन दिल्ली और देश अब जानना चाहता है कि आम आदमी के नाम पर आकर जो लूट खसोट हो रही है, जो पैसा और सोना घरों से मिल रहा है, वो किसका है? सत्येंद्र जैन के परिवार का है या आम आदमी पार्टी का है? इसकी जिम्मेदारी कौन ले रहा है? इसकी जवाबदेही किसकी है? ये दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री अरविंद केजरीवाल जी से दिल्ली जानना चाहती है।
Right, hold on right there. Shehzad Poonawala of the Bharatiya Janata Party is also joining us. Shehzad, Aam Aadmi Party's poll plank always from the start has been, they've always perceived to be anti-corruption crusaders, etc. And now with 2 crores approximately in cash and about 113 gold coins that have been recovered from the ED aid, what does this say about the Aam Aadmi Party?
The Aam Aadmi Party is an expert at ABC, A for advertising, B for bhashtachar, and C for cover-up of corruption. And therefore, instead of answering the 10 straight questions that Smriti Irani ji had asked them, which included A, there is a finding of the Delhi High Court in 2019 that Satyendra Jain indulged in money laundering and hawala. Mr. Kejriwal has not answered that. B, the court has remanded Mr. Satyendra Jain for 10 days ED remand. Is that vindictive politics? Mr. Kejriwal has not answered that. C, Mr. Kejriwal claims that he has taken action against the Health Minister of Punjab. But why is he defending the Health Minister cum Hawalat Minister of Delhi? Is it because the 200 bighas of land which were invested in using these shell companies, well, is there a stake of some other players of the Aam Aadmi Party in this, and therefore he's forced to defend this corrupt man? D, it was Mr. Arvind Kejriwal who also played this victimhood card for Jitendra Tomar, which turned out to be a false card because Jitendra Tomar, whatever he had done, came out in the public domain. The same innocence victim card was played by Mr. Kejriwal. Today is Mr. Kejriwal saying that he has seen the 2019 High Court order and despite that giving him a clean check to Mr. Satyendra Jain, or he has not seen it. These are the questions we've asked, but instead of answering these questions, there's diversion, deflection and deviation. Today these recoveries are...
the Aam Aadmi Party, Shehzad, has always said that beyond politics, we always ensure crackdown on detractors, etc. And hence, going by that entire narrative that their mantris have been saying, what is the kind of action that you expect the Aam Aadmi Party should take until this entire probe is over?
Mr. Kejriwal has said those who indulge in corruption are Desh ka Gaddar. When Channi ji's relative was raided and there were recoveries made, Mr. Kejriwal called that person a Beiman person. So by his own terms, this man is a Beiman and a Desh ka Gaddar. Why is Mr. Kejriwal defending this Beiman Desh ka Gaddar even now, despite a court finding, despite the court remanding him for 10 days to custody? This shows that Aam Aadmi Party should not get Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, but gold medal for Ghotala. In fact, under the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, there have been multiple scams over which they have constantly played the victimhood card instead of allowing the probes to take place, be it the Delhi Jal Board scam, be it the bus scam, be it the other scams in which their corporators like Geeta Rawat were involved. Today the question to Mr. Kejriwal is, how long will you keep defending this brushed mantri of yours and not take his resignation? Indeed, if yours...
So the BJP wants Satyendra Jain to resign as the health minister?
We want Mr. Kejriwal should have removed Satyendra Jain long back. Why is he defending him till now? That is the real question. After the High Court finding of 2019 and 10 questions posed by Smriti Irani ji, why is Mr. Kejriwal not answering any of those questions and not taking this man's resignation? This means that the corruption goes not just at Satyendra Jain's doorstep, it goes higher, perhaps at the doorstep of somebody who does not want to take his resignation.
But that is speculative for now. At the moment...
That is not speculative.
No, at the moment what the ED has recovered, the facts are that the ED has recovered close to 2.82 crores from the aides of Satyendra Jain and also those gold coins, and that's exactly what the ED has recovered for now.
200 bighas of land were invested in using these shell companies by Satyendra Jain in and around areas that were unauthorized, which were then regularized. It could not have been done only by Satyendra Jain. Is this the reason why Mr. Kejriwal is defending Satyendra Jain? Is this the reason why he can't take his resignation? If there is no majburi, why is it that they have not taken action on this man against whom there is a court finding para 30 page 7 or 8 on the 2019 Delhi High Court order? Why are they not taking action on this minister? And today the recoveries have also been made. Why does this health minister have so much money and so many gold coins and so many kilos of gold? So Mr. Kejriwal must tell us without deviating 10 questions posed to him by Smriti Irani ji. Please answer those 10 questions rather than trying to divert, deflect and deviate and trying to actually try and play the victimhood card because the court has taken action on Mr. Jain.